Hey Erica, how you doing? Hey Don, hey Pam, how's it going? How you guys doing? Hi Dolly, hey JT, Felix, Stephanie, Dave, hi Denise, hey Nicole. Hey Tasha, how you doing? Hey Tasha, don't you have an avatar? Hey H, yeah, no, the snow's nothing. I don't even think Detroit got what they were forecast. Good, how you doing, Dave? Hey Patricia, how's it going? Good, how you doing, Sonia? Yeah, you're not really getting that much snow, are you, Penny? Good, JT, how you doing? Hey Holly. Hey Dawn, how you doing? Oh, did they? Yeah, we're not getting any up here. They canceled ours a couple days ago. Hey, Felicia, how you doing? Hello, Kim. How's it going? Hey, Michelle. Oh, you getting some snow out there? How much you get so far? Hey, Spelling Bee, how you doing? I don't think so, Erica. Nah, I don't. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Oh, no kidding, 7 inches. Wow. Yeah, this was a disappointing winter. We didn't really get any good snowstorm. Sucks, really. Normally, you'd be excited going into spring, uh, after really getting shellacked. But this year it was nothing. Oh, okay, Penny. Yeah, that happens. They called it off here last week a day. That didn't make sense. Old Madison, Wisconsin. All right. I like winter. I like a normal winter. I mean, spring and summer, it's not as exciting to look forward to if you don't have something to compare it to. You can just send it in an envelope and seal it and make sure their name's marked on it, Howie. That's actually the easiest way. Because if I get PayPal, I gotta, you know, pay the tax on it. And believe it or not, that seems to work the best. Hey, Rodney, how you doing? I'll send it to you, Dawn. Yeah, I wish I'd get some. I wish anybody that could had some extra snow could send it to me. Yeah, I don't really like summer as much as I do winter, Erica, to tell you the truth. Hey, Blue Melbo, how you doing? Hey, Larry, how's it going? No, last year we got quite a bit of snow the very end of March. It's 2472 West Branch Drive, West Branch, Michigan, 48661. Hey, Michigan Mike, how you doing? Doing pretty well, Blue Melbo. Yeah. Yeah, I wish we did have some snow. I mean, we're up north. We're supposed to be getting some. Oh, Roberta's Bakery. No, I never. I hardly ever go down Van Born, even my whole life. Yeah, I'll stop by there when I'm down there, Penny. I go to that old Mario's on Allen Road once in a while for a pepperoni roll. Hey, Johnny, how you doing? Oh, okay, Starlight. How'd your doctor's appointment go? Yeah, Michigan Mike, why don't you go up? Could you go up there right now and fish the Osabo if you felt like it, or is it off season or something? Pepperoni roll, it's like kind of like looks like a loaf of bread with pepperoni in the middle. The Italians make it a lot of places. It's kind of old school. I don't see it around that much. I used to get them as a kid. 48661. Yeah, no, we didn't get much snow this winter. Oh, okay, Starlight. Oh, okay, Penny. Now that would be Van Born and what? Yeah, kind of like that. Yep. Oh, okay. I'm not really sure on that Osama, like where you can fish and like I know some of it's catch and release, and I'm only assuming that you can't like fish near that restaurant at that barbecue place because I go by there all year long. I never see anybody fishing. I don't know whether that area going through town's blocked off or it's too deep or what. Oh, okay, huh? Oh, Matador on Van Born. Now that's Van Born and what? Yeah, there used to be a couple old maid Italian ladies that were on Allen Road, south of Southfield, right where you do that angled parking. And they've probably been dead 40 years. They were old back then when I was a kid, and they were good then. They were always they had such a demand for them. There was a good chance that you get one that was warm when you went in. But now when I go to Mario's or something, I don't like them if they've just been sitting there a while. Yeah, grayling, Mike. Yeah. Oh, Taylor. Okay. No, I'm the same way, Erica. That's why I quit fishing. Yeah, bakeries. I lived in Detroit like about 80. Let's see, that would have been about 84, 85. Right over there on the west side, near just east of Southfield, north of Warren. And they had a couple of Polish bakeries that were going pretty strong at the time. They'd be open at 3:30 in the morning, that kind of thing. And I was doing a lot of surveillance back then. But as good as that stuff looked, none of their stuff was really that good. It looked like, wow, man, just made. This is going to be great. I never found any of it that good. I still say Cinnabon is one of the best cinnamon rolls I've ever had. Yeah, I'll be on the chat later tonight. Yeah. Oh, you getting some of those ice volcanoes? That's cool. You're lucky on that side of the state because you're getting the wind out of the west most of the time, where it's the opposite on the Huron side. So you get a lot better opportunity to get some pretty good photography and videography with ice than I do. Yeah, I know the feeling, Blue Malibu. Oh, okay, Penny. An ice volcano, it's kind of like where the ice forms around the shore, and then water, gets blown in from whatever direction, and it pressurizes the water to blow a hole through the top of like what looks like a ice volcano. Water gushes out the top. It's pretty cool. Oh, Jax. Okay, Michelle. I did some about a week ago. I did some more down around of Gladwin. All right, see you, Betsy. No, I probably won't hear from Amanda. You know, I talked to her mom once on the phone, and then she got a hold of me on a chat one night, and went to rehab, was doing well, living with mom, and that's the last I ever heard from her. So I don't really know. She had recovered from her injuries and had, like I said, attended rehab. So last I knew, she was doing well, and that was probably 6 weeks ago or so. Yeah, I'm going to talk to the Amish people again. Yep. Oh, I'd like to. Yeah, Merinos. Oh yeah, yeah, Merinos. That's what it is. No, is it Merinos? I thought it was Mario's. You might be right on that. It's right next to that Taco Taqueria, but I thought it was Mario's. Yeah, it might be. Yeah. You know, that the bakery model is kind of dead. Now that you got Walmart and Meijer and all these places selling this stuff, uh, it just doesn't isn't like it used to be. Oh, okay. Hey, Indian Head, how you doing? You know, I had somebody from the state of Michigan call me today and want to know where they could find Indian Liz. Yeah, you know, I lived over there, James, and I never really found any good Polish stuff. I lived there for a couple of years. Yeah, you can send it to my home address if you want, Carrie Ann. It's 2472 West Branch Drive, West Branch, Michigan 48661. No, they're terrible, Nicole. I agree. It sucks. I don't like any of it. You know, they've got, I don't know if you guys have ever stopped at one of those Cops and Donuts. They've got one in Clare. You go in there, it's got to be a 100 foot like case of donuts. I mean, it's an impressive display. But you know, I just think to make a donut affordable, they must have to use like cheap stuff. Because I don't really know where you can get a good donut other than Krispy Kreme. Hey JP, how you doing? Yeah, I mean, people could always find it anyway, Eric. I dare somebody to come over here and mess with me. I'm not worried about it at all. I mean, I can find your address in 10 minutes if I wanted to. It's not like you're hiding it from anybody. It's not like pre-internet days. Yeah, they saw the, yeah, actually somebody forwarded the video to her mother and her mother forwarded it to a social worker. Are you talking about the address, Karen? Oh, okay. Did you know the Zakos by chance? The one daughter had owned the Yum Yum Donuts down there on Ford Road and Telegraph, but they lived over there off Granville. Oh, cool, Holly. It's 2472 West Branch Drive, West Branch, Michigan 48661. No, we don't have any Publix in Michigan. I used to shop at Publix when I was living in Florida. Yeah, I just don't know. Now we have a bakery here, Colonial Bakery. This Polish guy owns it. And I hear a lot of good things about their donuts. And there's a Polish guy that runs the bakery over in Skidway Lake, whatever the name of that grocery store is. And all that stuff's baked fresh in the morning. I think it must be good because I hear a lot of people talk about it and go over there to get it. Hey Mary, how you doing? Hey Roger. Kind of a cold, dreary day today. Hey, Jackie. Yeah, where are they, Mary, the Jewish bakeries in Southfield? Where at? All right, Carrie, and you too. Yeah, it's not melting today. I think it's about 28. The sun's not out. But yesterday it was nice. Yeah, I love the snow too, and you're lucky. It looks like that system's kind of died out though, around Detroit. Yeah, that's all right, Erica. Just take it easy. Oh, no kidding, Dawn. Huh. Now, Dawn, on that pastry, is that just basically everybody used the same ingredients? In other words, like there's different grades of meat and what have you, cheese. Are the ingredients for pastry that's still the same way? Like you can use really good ingredients or really cheap ingredients? I only ask because I've been at nice get-togethers in Florida and Las Vegas and stuff like that. And then no matter what kind of event it is, the pastries look a lot better than they taste. Oh, were you, Jim? Yeah, that's a pretty good grocery store they have. Yeah, I'm the same way, Ann. Yeah, not any great snowstorms this year though. Oh, okay, Don. And I don't know about in the state you guys live in, but most of these Cinnabons that I knew of have went out of business. There was one in Flint. Yeah, okay. Do they even sell Crisco anymore? Yeah, I like driving it as well, Dave. Yeah, same way. Oh, okay. Yeah, me too, man. Oh, okay, James. James, I don't know how long you've been around that area, but this would have been 84, 85. Right there on Warren, just east of Southfield. They've got that like little like strip of businesses on the north side of Warren. There used to be a Polish guy in there, and it was called Three Brothers. And they always had like these great luncheon specials all the time. You remember that, Three Brothers? Yeah, it's the same way here, Howie. Yeah, Nicole, anytime that I've got those Cinnabons, like in a convenience store, they're never any good. And it's been hit or miss. They have those in Indiana at the rest stops or truck stops or service centers, whatever they call them. They're never as good as like a totally dedicated Cinnabon store in a mall. Yeah, I think the same way as you do, Roger. I heard the manager yesterday in Aldi's telling people that they had chicken legs for 35 cents a pound, that they had mistakenly ordered 3 times as many as they needed. Yeah, I probably would. I'd probably eat a piece of cheesecake every 10 years, Dawn, but thanks. Yeah, Cinnabons are good. I think they're good. And Krispy Kreme donuts. Yeah, Aldi's, yeah. Yeah, it was at Aldi's. I believe it too because this guy was walking around the store telling people, the manager, I don't like chicken legs too much, drumsticks. So he could have been giving them away and I wouldn't have taken any. Oh, do they have them in IKEA, Rachel? Huh. Yeah, I was never too big on the cheesecake that much. No, I'm not either, Nicole, by and large. But I will get a Cinnabon or a Krispy Kreme if I get a chance. Yeah, I'm kind of like that too, Erica. Yeah, they might have sold them all because they were really pushing hard. You know, that inventory system they use at those Aldis, you know, the Germans are real anal about details and, you know, waste. And that's why you got to pay a quarter for a cart and all that stuff. So I'm sure the manager was having a panic attack over the thought of not being able to dump these drumsticks. He might have got rid of all the extra ones yesterday. It was weird. I thought I saw him going up and down the aisles. Oh, Oak Park. Okay, Southfield. Yeah, I'm going to try that, Mary. Thank you. Oh, you're lucky, Jim. Oh, okay, Rachel. Yeah, I don't like chicken legs. I really don't. Yeah, that's what I think. Chicken drumsticks. You know, if I like go to, I don't know if you guys have ever had a Yaya's chicken. They didn't do too well. Most of them are out of business, but they had marinated flame broiled chicken, which was excellent. Now, if I get a chance to go to one of those, I stop at one in Flint sometimes off Pearson. I'll get the thighs. But I've tried deep frying thighs in peanut oil. I'd rather have breast meat. Oh, okay. Yeah. I wonder what happened to that Three Brothers guy. What eventually happened to that restaurant? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, most of that stuff is. Same with California Pizza Kitchen. Oh, thanks, Mary. Hey, LaGrace, how you doing? Oh, that's cool. I don't like fooling around with those lettuce wraps. It's always falling out and you putting stuff in there. I like it just come there, cut it, and eat it. I don't like have to make something after I'm ready to eat. Huh. Oh, really, Ann? Yogurt town, huh? Yeah, only if I get it like breast is dry though. I mean, you got to do a lot of stuff to it if you're going to make it taste good, you know? No, I don't, Mary. Did you say something I missed? Oh, you're lucky, LaGrace. Nah, I don't think. There's only so much you can do to a wild wing. Chicken wings. You remember when chicken wings used to be cheap? That's until that wild wing place took off. Wings used to be considered waste. I mean, they're just high in fat, terrible. The only way they can get rid of them is to deep fry them. I mean, can you imagine something as bad as a broiled chicken wing? No, I agree, Erica. You know, when I was living in Chicago, there was a an Asian place called Big Bull, and they were really doing well in Chicago. They had about 5 locations, and they were like having $30,000 nights, kind of mediocre Asian cuisine, reasonably priced considering the area. And the CEO got a brainstorm that he would go out to Denver and open like 6 locations at once around the Denver area, and they didn't make it a year before they all went out of business. I don't know if you remember him or not, Erica. Big Bull. This would have been about 15 years ago. Oh, pot roast. All right. Yeah, I like a pot roast maybe once a year. Spinach pie is good. You gotta get a good recipe. Greeks are good at that. See, we don't have anything like that up here. I mean, I'd have to drive 50, 60 miles, I bet, to get spinach pie, and they may not have it there. Now, if I drove 140, Ann Arbor, it's all over the place. Corned beef, I don't know, Mike, if you've ever been down to Cleveland, but if you ever want the best corned beef or pastrami in the world, you go to Slyman's. It's been there for a zillion years. They're actually Lebanese. People think it's a Jewish deli. It's not. But excellent. Oh, okay, Erica. Yeah, well, it didn't last long. And you guys are lucky getting that snow. Hey, Sandra, how you doing? Oh, that's a good idea, Roger. Oh, okay, Mary. Yeah, really exceptional. I mean, the place is only open like 3 hours a day, Mike. And there's a good Jewish deli there as well. Corky and Lenny's is excellent. I'll tell you what the trick is to get them to stick, Rachel. Egg whites and milk, and you can't try and do it with a fork or a knife. You got to actually put it in the blender for 30 seconds. That's the only surefire way to make it work. Water doesn't work very well. Neither does olive oil. Hey, Allison, how you doing? Yeah, I always thought Chicago was overrated for restaurants. You know, I didn't have one good Jewish deli in Chicago, Manny's, which I thought was terrible. I don't like that Jewish deli on Michigan Avenue, high grades. Sucks. To me, it's like the cheapest grade of lunch meat you could ever get in your life. You know, if you, Mike, if Michigan Mike, if you know quality food, like if somebody told me I could tell you where you can get a quality pastrami or corned beef sandwich, and I had that in my mind and I was looking forward to it, I would think it was something to look forward to the minute I opened the menu and saw how much they were charging. If you get a fantastic high grade corned beef or pastrami sandwich, you know, those big thick ones like you see on the cover of a magazine when you stay in a hotel near an airport, it should be about $15.95. It's just, there's sometimes I don't order ribs places because of how low price they are. If you the price range for good barbecue ribs should be from $27 to $38 for a full rack. When that price gets lower than that, I'm afraid to order them. Yeah, Boca Raton. They used to have a Lake Worth deli. I won't say that I knew the guy, but I was familiar with the guy. He was in aviation. I was in aviation. We talk about airplanes. He got convicted of trying to have his wife murdered. He's still in prison. His name's Glenn something. If you Google it, Lake Worth Deli, Lake Worth, Florida, conspiracy to murder his wife. Anyway, after he got jailed, the family tried to run it, and then a corporation ended up buying it. It's terrible now. It's hard to get quality corned beef, Roger. Yeah, you're exactly right. It's got to be the crisp pickle. That's exactly it, Mark. Yep, you're right. Yeah, Glenn, I can't think of his last name. It's a Jewish last name. Nice guy. The last time I saw him, I ran into him. There's two big aviation shows a year. One is in the summer, Oshkosh in Wisconsin. The other one's in the spring, Lakeland, Florida, Sun and Fun. And last time I talked to him was probably 25 years ago at Sun and Fun. And about 2 years later, they convicted him. You know, somebody wore a wire. Yeah, you're right, Roger. Oh, you lucky dog. 7 inches. Wow. Hey, Michelle, is that Tecumseh product still in business? Or is some Chinese place bought them out by now? Glenn Sandler. That's it, Beth. Yep. Yep. He should be getting out pretty soon. You know, I never get up around that east side, up around Clinton, around that area very often. Yeah, I don't like those Gordella subs. I'm not big into lunch meat. They have another one up on Telegraph, just south of 5 Mile on the west side of the street. I don't like cold cuts. No, I'd like to be though, dollar bill. It's funny though, Zingerman's in Ann Arbor does more gross sales than Katz does in New York. Zingerman's is the number was now this was 10 or 15 years ago was the number one grossing deli in the country. Now you're at Baker, Florida, Mary. Oh, really, Brandy? Ring bologna. I never had it. Oh, okay, Kristen. Good. That's cool. It's just like pizza. I think it's hard to find good pizza. I do. That's just my opinion. Most pizza places, in order to make pizza affordable, you got to be like in a ballpark range. That's the same thing with pizzas with ribs. If I see some pizza as big as the top of a garbage can lid, and it's 5 items for 5.99, I run. Yeah, Jim, you know what I'm talking about. That Satchel's is probably the best ribs I've ever had in Ann Arbor. And there's another place, Redbone in Greektown on Monroe Street. Excellent ribs. No, they don't, Mary. No, you're right. Florida's got to stick to the boiled peanuts and the stone crabs. Mary, is anybody out on the side of the road selling boiled peanuts in Florida anymore? Or they all the ordinances and regulations killed that business? Huh. Well, the argument is the quality of the hot dog. Like everybody up here brags about Kogel's. I don't know whether they use less eyeballs or what. Oh, okay, Mary. I get it. I get those canned boiled peanuts at Walmart. They're good. You can get the spicy ones and the regular ones. Excuse me, I'm going to turn on my teapot. Hey, Ruder, how you doing? I've never had fried mullet. I don't even know what it is. What is fried mullet? Is that lamb? No, okay. In Bay City on 13, there's a place called Mr. Hot Dog, cash only. That's another good sign of a good restaurant at cash only. If you can actually cash only without an ATM machine, steamed buns, great chili, Kogel's hot dogs, fries cooked in lard. Fantastic. I never was a big fan of those honey baked hams either. I don't really like ham that much. You know, I used to go to those Godfathers in Chicago, Illinois, actually. You'd find them in little towns, believe it or not. You're right, Howie. You're exactly right. Do you get the spicy ones or the regular ones? Vito's. And what was the name of that famous pizza place that closed down there around Southfield, Wyandotte? Was it Clementi's? Oh, hey, Cat, no kidding. You're checking in there the third. How long are you going to be there? Oh, okay, man. Yeah, Buscemi's. I had one like a long time ago. It was so long ago I couldn't remember. Oh, alcohol. Good luck, Cat. Keep in touch with us. How long are you going to be there? Mr. Teniva, you can email me in tomreed1956@gmail.com. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Best of luck to you, Ken. You going to have internet access while you're there? I'll quit talking about scotch for 2 weeks. Oh, no kidding, James. Oh, okay. Well, good luck. Keep in touch up until you go and let us know how you're doing when you get out. You're right, Mary. Yeah, pretty good today. Yeah, I don't want to. Well, now that I know Kat has won't have internet, then I guess I can keep talking about my scotch. She's going in for alcohol treatment in Brighton Hospital. I don't want to like be saying things that like would make her want to drink. But now that I know that she can't have internet access, I'm going to keep drinking. What's that, Cat? What are you afraid of? You're afraid of losing your dog? What do you mean? Oh, if it was me, I'd just be upfront about them because I think most people would be tickled to death that you're getting help, and they'd go the overboard into trying to make sure things stay the same. Just be upfront with them. Okay, Mary, have a good day. Yeah, you're welcome, Ken. Yeah, just tell them how it is, you know. I know somebody told me if they were going in for alcohol treatment and they were walking my dog, I'd pay them anyway. Wish them the best of luck and welcome them open arms when they got out. Oh, thank you, Garen. Sometimes I am. Yeah, that's exactly right, Mary. Hey, Gally. You know, I don't really know. You know, I live a couple 100 miles away from there, so I won't know until I get back down there again, which will be around about a week. That a girl. You know, Mary, though, it's possible that drinking milk could hurt you more than drinking alcohol. Hey, Louise. Yeah, I wish we were getting that snow. I really do. Pretty good, Clint. How you doing? Probably not, Mary. Yeah, I'd do it, Love Peace Joy. I'll do it. Yeah, that's true, Mark. Well, you did a good job staying off it. Yeah, I'm not a milk drinker. Yeah, out around Tecumseh, they're getting whacked. Good. How you doing, Louise? Cheetos. I eat some Cheetos about once a year. I bought a bag last night. They're good. They must put a lot of MSG in these damn things because I'm telling you, it's impossible to quit eating them. Do you want my email? You talking about, Mr. Teneva? No, that's all right, Erica. Erica, now on a typical night when you're drinking wine, how many ounces would you think you put down? How many ounces you think you put down? Oops. Oh, I can hear my tea. Tea is brewing. Yeah, I drink big coffee every day. $48. You really think that much? Now, if you drink 48 now, would let's say you drank your last drop of the 48th ounce, would you feel comfortable driving? Yeah, I wrote it down there for you. I put it down there, Mr. Tanimba. I put it up there. Like scroll up a little bit. Oh, okay, that's a good idea. Now, does hubby drink it too? I think even the slightest bit of alcohol impairs your judgment. I don't think you're going to be getting on the expressway in the wrong way after a drink or two, but I noticed at home, I don't drink if I got to drive. Oh, yeah, I can, Fabrico. Watch this. You're going right now. Oh, yeah, you are. You bye-bye. Yeah, I think that's about normal, Erica. You're just sipping it. I'll tell you what I've noticed. Like, I got a buddy that's a wine connoisseur. I mean, they go to trips, they go to Europe, they go on the tours in California, all this stuff. I mean, he taught me a lot about wine, but I prefer like sipping a single malt aged whiskey or a good bourbon barrel aged beer. But what I've noticed the difference between beer, wine, and whiskey with regard to noticing the effects of alcohol. If I like sip a whiskey, I can notice it right away, and it goes away in about a half hour. But I notice if I drank like wine, like you described during a 4 or 5 year period, at the end of that, I would think, man, I shouldn't have had that much wine. But it's much different I've noticed a big difference in the effect and the longevity of the different kinds of alcohol. Yeah, okay, Erica. Yeah, that makes sense. Now, do you stick to one particular kind of wine, Erica? Hey, Trish, how you doing? Oh, okay, Mary. I don't really like those. I say I don't like those sweet drinks, but I do like Grand Marnier here and there. Yeah, I noticed a complete difference. I mean, very noticeable, not subtle. Yeah, I never tried smoking. Oh, do you, James? It's hard to believe how these craft breweries have put a dent in mainstream alcohol production. Oh, congratulations, James. You guys have a big picture of the Pope hanging in your house? I guess you do have a drinking problem, Kat. Yeah, I saw part of it, Trish. I like red wine. Same here. Now they say red wine has more antioxidants that's better for you. I'll tell you a funny thing about red wine. If you read articles about drinking and alcohol and how it affects people, blah blah blah, red wine gives a lot of people heart palpitations, and not in excessive amounts. But white wine doesn't. Isn't that crazy, Erica? Yeah, you're right, Ann. Oh, do you, Mike? Oh, really, Clint? Yeah, I like it. I mean, I've quit drinking for years at a time. I could take it or leave it. I'd rather take it though. Yeah, okay. Oh, and then, yeah, there's something to it, Mike. Cigarette, don't talk about politics. Yeah, I agree, Erica. I agree. It's not like you're taking it as, cough syrup. Hey, Dave, how you doing? No, I never did drugs any kind. I mean, not counting coffee and beer and wine and liquor, but I never did any illegal drugs. One thing, Nicole, I don't know how you were introduced to wine, but if you got a good wine, I bet you I could find one you'd like. Yeah. Mike, is that all you drink? Is break out the cherry juice? That's it? You never have a good beer or anything? They got that crappy wine they make over there in Rose City. I don't think any of the Michigan wines are any good at all. That's why they've always got to put a shtick with it, some kind of spin, ice wine, cherry wine, because if you just drank it unadulterated, it sucks. That's true, everybody, James. Yeah. Oh, okay, Mike. All right. Oh, okay, Dave. Man, I'll tell you this marijuana thing. I'm glad I'm not into it because it's so damn confusing. You don't know what the hell to do, where you can get it, where you can't, where you can have it with you, where you can grow it. What a bunch of bullshit. If I'm going to take something, I want you to tell me, is it legal or not? And then after that, I'll get it how I want to. I don't want to have to bring around a 4-inch spiral bound notes if I'm breaking a law. I looked at those for a little while. I know that I don't want to do a podcast. That's for sure. You know what I think I'm going to do? Actually, I should try that tonight. I think if I plug my phone in and just put it on speakerphone, you may be able to hear fine if people could call in, something like that. I thought about just getting another maybe dedicated line for call-ins on a speaker. It can be, Mike. Yeah, I don't drink to where like I feel bad the next day. You know, I just sipping around. It lasts me forever. No, nothing, James. Tell me about it. It's disappointing. It's a joke. This winter's been a total disappointment. Hey, Sue, how you doing? Yeah, I think call-ins would be fun, but I'd like to, I can only talk to one person at a time. But that way I could talk with them and you could ask questions. I think it'd be fun. Because when I look at all these other like radio stations, it almost seems like all of them seem like, hey, Deanna, too much bullshit compared to just simply logging on like we all did right here. You got to say one thing. Everybody's familiar with YouTube. Everybody knows how to navigate it. We all get on. And it sucks to like go out and seek for things that are harder to do. Oh, yeah, probably, Mike. Yeah. Well, if I was only talking to one person, we would have a conversation about whatever. And then it would be question and answer times. And you would just ask questions and you would hear them respond. Something like that. Kind of like a radio station thing. It'd be fun to have like topics. I mean, it is fun to go on here and just talk about anything you feel like, but it'd be nice to have like topics and discuss them. And I think it'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, I think it'd be fun, Eric. It's interesting to like have people, uh, Erica and I could both make sure that we're all sauced up, and then at the end of the night, we'd vote who was the most interesting chatter. We promised to do it drunk, so we'll always have an excuse. Yeah, I think it'd be a really good time. Yeah, as you know, I'm spending a lot of time on my uh, photography. I'm going to get more serious about it. If any of you people live up here and you want some nice photography done or something, let me know. I'm always looking for practice. A family portrait or something like that, or whatever, something you've built or your house or a fish you caught, or I don't care. Because I think you'd really be impressed with this camera. It's not just like a normal cheap camera. It's really good. My specialty is looking through the glass hole and pushing the button. Believe me, it's all technology. I'm learning this Photoshop in this Lightroom, and honest to God, so far the photos I've taken, there's not one that I'd really want to do anything to. Now, my old Nikon, the D300, yes, but the 850, no, nothing. It's almost like, I'm pushing a separate button with Photoshop and it's taking care of everything already. So weird. Such a great camera. Oh, have you really, Erica? Huh. Yeah, I'd be able to kill the trolls pretty quick. Yeah, I would, but I'm dog sitting, man. I would be down there right now if it wasn't for that. Yeah, I'm not into it, Mary, so it's not going to be an issue for me. Yeah, there you go, Jackie. Yeah, I'd do it, Kat. I could do it. I'd stop by there and do it for you. Take you some nice photos. I mean, this camera, here's the reason I got it. It's not because everybody doesn't have a camera. It's that this allows you to print. As an example, 24 by 36 with no resolution loss. I mean, this is a crystal clear portrait that big without any degradation of the image. It allows me to make big, huge portraits that look good. It's not going to be 30 feet away and you think, wow, that's nice. You're going to be able to walk up close to these and think, wow, that is really a killer portrait. That's cool, Erica. Oh, congratulations, Heather. Wow. Oh, okay. Well, good job there. Yeah, no, I do. That's no problem. I mean, these are like photos you would want to have printed. Have a nice portrait, not just you see a lot of photos that you see them on a computer screen or on a phone. You think they look great. Well, wait till you go to print something of a decent size. It's all grainy. It sucks. No, and that's the truth, Erica.
You've got mail.
Well, there I go, dating myself. I got another smoke signal. Hey, Oki, how you doing? Yeah, we still get phone books here once a year. A surprise intervention, yeah. I don't know. I never read much on that. Sounds like a good idea. Yeah, I know. Oh, was he? Oh, good, Detroit Natural. That's good. Yeah, I wish the best for Cassie. I mean, just by virtue of still being alive. Yeah, that's no problem, Eric. Is a miracle. Hmm. Yeah, what is the deal on that now? So if you, so if you, you can't. I don't think you can have a gun permit in Michigan if you have a DUI or any misdemeanor. Am I right about that? Oh, nothing, Wanda. It's no problem. How old you say you are, Mary? That's going to have a lot to do with it. Whether or not I'm going to need a dark room. If I don't turn on the lights at all, you're too old. Oh, good, Heather. Good for you. Let me look on here. I got to go to a separate thing to look at that. Hang on a second. Yep, I got it. Yep. All right. Thanks about that. Appreciate it. I'm used to it. Here's an email I just got. They say you and Becky have been fucking. You like that extra weight on her ass? No condoms allowed. Welcome to my world. Another fan. Yeah, I know. I get stuff like that all day long, all night and day long. I'm not shitting you, man. You guys would not believe the messages I get. Yeah, I'm not shitting you. It's crazy. Yeah, Dave, I'm not kidding you. How do I like the extra weight on that ass? Yeah, shit, that's nothing, man. I had to start posting these crazy ass messages I get. You wouldn't believe it, man. You'd think I'd be making them up. Yeah, somebody sent it. I'm not kidding you. I just got it. I went and checked this other guy's, you know. No, people are crazy, man. Just nuts. I don't know why these people get so crazy about me interviewing people. I mean, it really gets under some of the skins of these nut jobs. I mean, you guys see it. I mean, if you're looking at yeah, you get after a while, it like the sharp edges get worn down. I mean, of course, you'd rather have people saying nice things than bad things, but after a while, it doesn't really bother you too much. But at the beginning, it does. But it's just interesting the dynamic that goes into people that just make up these crazy stories about me being a serial killer. It's so stupid. It doesn't make any sense. And that shows you how dumb they are. And the reason for that is because there's really nothing else to talk about. You know, other than something striking or remarkable, like I'm a serial killer that no one's bothered to check out. There's really not much you can say. But this is how their minds work. Yeah, well, 1980, I went back because too many people complained, and what I did is just enlisted some more moderators that go through the comments during the night and the day and delete the negative ones towards the people I interview. Other than that, I wouldn't care. If I didn't have people that were sensitive that I'd interviewed, I wouldn't do anything with the comments. People could just go wild. Yeah, there you go. Just some weird people out there. No, tell me about it, Sue. And leave their GPS-enabled phone on and keep going back to the same spot. I mean, it's just so stupid. No, you could after a while, Okie Graham. You would get over it after a while because it just gets to where it's like anything. When you first get to a destination on vacation, whatever. If you just this keeps happening repeatedly, it just gets to where it's like doesn't really bother you. And it's obviously they got a screw loose. Yeah, it's just nuts. But it hasn't been limited to just comments or channels they start. These lunatics will call police departments, and places that I frequent, and neighbors, and you name it. Hey, Katie, how you doing? Oh yeah, drama. Yeah, sure do. Yep, big time. It's just the personality of some people. Yeah, I think I got a pretty high threshold with putting up with bullshit, but like with Kelly, it just got to the point where I almost felt embarrassed for myself that I would continue to be nice to this lady when all I did was try and, line her up with people that had her best interest in mind, pay her for her interview, whatever. And evidently that wasn't good enough. She bought into this troublemaking idiot that claims that I'm getting rich off YouTube. And the day that happened, everything went downhill. So it just got to the point with why would I actively interact with someone that was just trying to wreck my channel if they could? She can't, neither can the other people, but it's just their intent. It just got to the point where it was like, why would I do anything with any of these people? Yeah, it wouldn't be worth getting arrested. They're just really crazy, nutty people. I think it's pretty evident, though, if you look at these channels that start up, what will happen is they're new, they've been around for a little while, if you look at the whole piece of pie, I would say that in the internet world, and I'm talking about YouTube, you'll probably find 3 to 5% that are just hateful, troublemaking, rumors starting crazies. So no matter what kind of channel you start out, you're always going to get people that are going to subscribe and people that are going to watch and listen to you, no matter if it's logical, true, false, whatever. It's just there's enough people out there. So at the beginning, when you see some of these kooks come out of the woodwork, you'll think, oh God, you start wondering, is there any
You got mail.
credibility to this? And then you start to realize that it peaks really early and then kind of dies out. And most of them never get more than 300 or 400 or 500 subscribers. They never meet the 1,000 subscriber minimum. They never monetize a channel. And basically, after the same people that help them get off the ground realize that it's nothing but a bunch of illogical rants, their channels pretty much cap out at a really low number and they never grow. They don't have any content. Their whole existence was based on starting trouble. And once, they haven't got my channel canceled and I'm still around and people are still signing in on chats, they just continue to look foolish. Yeah, I know, but I mean, to tell you the truth, I mean, I bet I will, by the time I quit doing this, I will never break even. I will never break even. I bet you I won't. Nah, no, Virginia, that's embarrassing. I feel bad for her. As I talked last night in the chat, what happens now is some of these people that you have met, that you're in their corner, you're hoping to do something nice for them, you want to give a person that's been down on their luck a break. When you start to get to know them better in that early interaction with that naivete they had through interviews, it starts to make you just want to not have much to do with them. And I think now that video kind of gives you an idea what I was going through for a while when I didn't feel comfortable in good faith having people send gifts and cash that I was giving to them that they were spending on for drugs. Now, I always knew that some of that money went for drugs, but I never really knew as much if it was spent on drugs. And once I verified that, once I found that the net was running a scam with rent and that crazy Kelly was doing whatever she could to get my channel taken down with that kook in Las Vegas, I cut him off. Why would I want to interact with him in any way? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. Like I said, I felt embarrassed for myself that I would be dumb enough to continue to be kind to them. Yeah, and to be honest with you, Katie, I mean, I never went down there with any objective or any goal. I mean, viewers seem to think that I gave my voice. I mean, if that's what they think, that's fine, but I never went down there claiming to like do anything. I mean, other than kind of get them to summarize their life. Yeah, I would agree with that, Katie. Yeah. No, not lately. But I'm due for one. I'm due for a phone call or an email. See, on the Danette deal, what happened is people were going to pay her rent, which was very nice of them. And what Danette tried to do was get her sister-in-law to pose as her landlady. I already knew who her landlord was. And once I confirmed that through somebody making a fake phone call, it was over for Danette as far as I was concerned. And the lady that sent the money told me to spread it out and do other things with it, which I did do. But it was a total and complete scam. I mean, everybody knows that when you're talking with drug addicts, there's always going to be some kind of shtick to get funds from you one way or the other, whether it's saying that they're not going to lie anymore or fudging the truth. It's one or the other. It just is never really going to work like you like it would, because in order for them to get stuff from you, they're going to need to tell you what you want to hear. And quitting drugs is just that. So it's always got to be, well, I'm thinking about next week, maybe next month. I've got clothes now. I got my act together. It's always some kind of postponement. I mean, here we are 2 years later with some of the same people, and they're in the same exact place they were when I first started interviewing them. No, sure didn't. Detroit Natural. Well, that's when you need drug money, cigarette, or you're behind on your rent because you spent your whatever you garnered through however you work for drugs. I mean, you tend to get pretty creative on to try and pay whatever it is you owe. Yeah, that's exactly it, Katie. Yeah, it's always like that. Yeah. No, you're going to be out before spring, Kat. You're going to be out before spring. 2 weeks. You're going in the third. You'll still be. It'll be close though. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess maybe it would be the first day of spring. Well, good luck to you. We're all rooting for you here. It's true, Okie Graham. That's exactly right. And it's easily, if you're a decent, caring, compassionate person, it's easy to constantly fall for the same act, different scene, because you're always hoping in your heart of hearts that, there's no way of knowing who's going to make it and who isn't. But, look at it now. Yeah, Kat, you'll do fine. It's be a good, life-changing event for you. That was about, I think, 7 years ago, Katie. I think it was 7 years ago. I'm guessing. Well, I think if anything, if they watch, that it's pretty much stayed the same. That people understand that it isn't their fault because of the people they're connected to continue to be addicted. I mean, it's a tough mountain to scale. I mean, it's one thing having it happen to you as an individual. It's another thing going through the interviews and realizing that many of these people are in the same place they were when I first was introduced to them. No, not really. No, not because of that, Plunderpunk. No, I mean, I cut Kelly off and Danette because it just got so blatant. but not, I do not know. Yeah, these kids have been robbed of a normal upbringing, that's for sure. Luckily, most of the young kids, like Amber and Rebecca's case, they've went to other family members or through different relatives. But unfortunately, in Kelly's case, the daughter wasn't able to escape the throes of mom, and here she is, 31 or 32 years old and worse shaped than you could ever be, still with her mother. You're right, Jackie. Yeah, okay. They do, Okie Graham, they do. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that, Katie. But again, I mean, whenever there's drug addiction involved, all bets are off. I mean, I think with at least some of the people, I do think they enjoy the communication with the outside world and they like the comfort of finally interacting with someone that doesn't want something from them. They know I'm not going to fuck them over or anything like that. And I think at least temporarily during the time that I'm down there and we're talking, I think it's a little bit of a reprieve for them. And then I think when I'm gone, it goes away until the next time I show up. I mean, these women can't control their emotions when they read cards and letters that people send to them. I mean, the money's nice. That's the first thing they look for. This makes sense. They're addicts. But most of them can't get through the notes that are sent. And they start crying. Yeah, Sue, I believe that. Yeah. No, not up here, Manny. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind doing it. I mean, I do the same thing it's not just like working girls, it's anybody that I interview. And, I don't pass up on an opportunity to interview anybody about anything. Believe me, I'm trying all the time. I got lucky with the guy up in Mackinac City here a couple of weeks ago, I thought. Yeah, Detroit's getting lucky. Yeah, man, I see you. No, no snow up here, dry as a bone. Yeah, you're right. I agree with that, Heather. I think you're right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's too bad. It just seems that at least on the level of the people that I know, like Becky and Amber, that level of rehab just seems like, I hate to say it, but a waste of time. I mean, they're going into rehabs with just unbelievably bad batting averages. Yeah, he's a good guy, that Mackinac City guy. Yeah, happy-go-lucky guy. Yeah, there are. Yeah, there are always a couple people in the background that just never really warm up to me. Don't want an interview. There always seem to be one or two around. There's one lady down in Michigan Avenue. I thought her name was Stephanie, but it's not. I didn't realize till talking to a guy last night. I had met Stephanie a while back. There's one girl down there that kind of avoids me. And there was another woman down around Ford Street where Maddie's at named Apples or Apple. And she always kind of gave me the cold shoulder. And there was another lady actually down around that Apples too that didn't want to talk to me either. But I mean, I don't want to look. You can not like me for lots of reasons. I get it. I understand it. But they wouldn't have any reason to not like me unless they bought into some bullshit that somebody told them. So I don't really know. My guess would be Kelly. I don't know that for sure. Yeah, Apples is her name. You know, kind of a heavy set black girl. Detroit Natural. I don't really know. I wish I could tell you. She's never told me that. This is just, what I've been told from Kelly and stuff. I never approached her and she told me to get lost. I don't know. No, we're not getting any snow pip up here. I don't know about your own Maddie. I hate to get. I just don't want to pull stuff out of thin air. I don't know. I mean, if you base their history and try and predict their future, you'd have to come to the conclusion no. Oh, good for you, Manny. Yeah, it's probably two, Jackie. Yeah, I think you're probably right. I was talking to a guy last night that knows a lot of the women down around there, and it's interesting that all of these women, irregardless of their appearance, all seem to have an array of steady clients. Yeah, I hope I'm wrong, believe me. But if you sit down and you just crunch the behavior that you're aware of since you've been watching them, you couldn't argue successfully there'd be any reason to think anything different. I mean, why? Yeah, that's right, Heather. Yeah. Wow, Katie. Get your canned beans. Yeah, I mean, if you listen to these women when I interview them, they've been to the same rehab 5, 10, 15 times. I mean, you couldn't give me any other business model in any facet of life, whether it was a job or a club you belong to or a hobby, with that kind of poor, dismal failure rate. But yet, when it comes to addiction, it almost seems like society says, okay, we're going to offer rehab. We know it's not going to work, but we're still going to offer it. And another argument is that some of these people can't be saved. I mean, is rehab to blame why these people continue to be addicted? I don't really know enough about it. Yeah. Really, if you think, Maddie has kids and she doesn't have them, and everybody knows about that, and Gerald doesn't. So, really, in a way, sometimes I look at it that if I think in a weird, twisted way, Maddie and Gerald are the only people each other has. And even though it's dysfunctional and it isn't going to be successful, the notion that they would just one day be without each other probably strikes them as being very lonely. And for that reason alone, it makes sense why they stay. I mean, they seem to argue less than any other couple I know. So it isn't 100% bad. You just want better for them. Yeah, in a lot of ways. Yeah, you're right. It was like almost $3 million, and it was an oil company. Hey, NV, how you doing? Yeah, probably true on it. I would have really thought they could have had so much with their channel and, had help and got the hell out of there. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Oki. Oh my God. That's true, Margot. Yeah, I do it sometimes, yeah. Did she say that, Erica? Yeah, it is, Rachel. I agree with you. Right around the first of the month, I'll be going down there. That's true, Oki. They're already realizing that. That's exactly right. No, Becky's on the run. I don't really watch much of them, to tell you the truth. Yeah, they're building the covers here. It's supposed to open up the end of the month, I guess, or the end of next month. Oh, big time, Amy. Yeah, you're right. I hope not on Amanda. Oh yeah, Becky definitely will be spending some time this next time. Yeah. Well, I think I'm gonna sign off here, guys. You know, I'm dog sitting. So I gotta go over and let these dogs go out and run around for a little while, but I'll be on later tonight. So you guys have a good dinner. Good luck on the snow down around Detroit and Tecumseh. Wish we were getting in here. I'm jealous. If I wasn't doing this dog sitting, I would be down there right now. So I'll be on later tonight, you guys. So you have a good day.